What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sly Jordy, and welcome back to F1 25 Driver Career Mode for episode 43. It's the first race of season 3, and if you missed last episode, which was the premiere, of course, yeah, we got a few big developments. If we go all the way to driver ratings comparison now, Fernando Alonso is out of Formula 1. Lewis Hamilton has not returned, even though neither of them have retired. But Yuki Tsunoda is our new teammate. We knew he was on the outs with Red Bull, so Honda have brought him over to Aston Martin in place of Fernando Alonso. I think Fernando Alonso must have stepped down and is still around Aston Martin as an ambassador, of course. And not just that, but I do have to go to a different screen to show you guys this. Red Bull have a completely new lineup. They've been the most chaotic team of this career mode thus far. Max Verstappen, of course, left in after season 1, went to Ferrari, and then Colapinto joined. And now both Tsunoda and Colapinto have left. Colapinto is out of the sport, and Tsunoda has joined us at Aston Martin. So Red Bull have a new lineup of the breaking point duo, Aiden Jackson and Callie Mayer. Fully British team right there. It's going to be very interesting to see their development, particularly because they went from like the second best team on the grid, I'm pretty sure, to, or it might have been the best team on the grid. Who won the Constructors in season 1? It was McLaren, but Red Bull were easily like still in the top 3 best teams of the Constructors, and you know, they fell all the way down to P6 by the end of season 2. So yeah, that Callie Mayer and Aiden Jackson lineup, 2 debuting people in our career mode, but of course we know the stats in the game. Red Bull hoping for a big improvement and looking to fight for the Constructors once more. Speaking of that, of course, with this new season, we are now balancing out the field. So it's going to be McLaren that will be having to handicap some parts going into this weekend, because the team currently at the top of the performance chart is required to remove 1 upgrade at random each race weekend. So it will be McLaren removing one of their parts. Us at Aston Martin are actually like the second best team. So depending on what McLaren remove, we might actually be the best team on the grid. It's going to be really interesting, that is for sure. Of course, we can get some new parts as well as we go on. So I think I do want to get to work on the aerodynamics. I don't think we can get anything though right now. Can we get any chassis parts? We're just about missing out on pretty much everything here. Don't need to worry about powertrain. That is pretty much maxed out. We're getting 2 final upgrades, although they are actually 60% recognition required. So we do need to start finishing quite a lot ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. And because of the new teammate, our recognition has jumped up to 58%. So that's not too bad at all. We just need to push it now 2% more to get that 3rd R&D secret upgrade, and then at 60%. And then we got simultaneous upgrades, 65%. So that's something I'm hoping that we get, of course. So let's get some more weekly resources in so we can actually get to work on some new parts, completing the car, of course. Tsunoda will want to work on the chassis. That's good for him. We will get to work on the forward floor fences, which I can see if I can try to get before Australia. 25% failure chance. We're actually the best when it comes to aero, so that is Adrian Newey's prowess coming to fruition in the 2027 season for Aston Martin. That's going to be a big deal. But this literally arrives on the day of Australia. In accordance with the R&D scenario rule set, McLaren has had an upgrade removed from the car as a result of being the performance leader. Interesting. Alright, so did we actually get the part done? I don't know. I think we did. Yes, okay. So the part is now there, and we can now go into Albert Park for the first time since the very first episode. It has been some time. And while that loads, we are now... Well, I am now going to make sure this is up on the channel. Yes, it is. Awesome. Now I can get the live chat up. and we could properly get this season started. So I don't know how much I'm going to play today. It might just be this one race weekend. We'll see how things go. We'll see how long it takes. Going into the workstation now, we're going to go to session length and move it down to medium, which will be 35% race distance. That's basically what we're going to be doing from now on. So we've got 3 practice sessions, a qualifying and a race. Pretty standard. It is going to be 20 laps around Melbourne. But yeah, now that we're live streaming, I'm going to be doing 35% race distance. So yeah, this is going to be very interesting now as we look into the progress history. McLaren are still quite a bit ahead in terms of like R&D, so they're probably going to be the best team, but honestly that might be a lot more durability than what? I don't know. If we go to chassis, we are not very good in the chassis, so we definitely absolutely have to start improving the chassis, that is for sure. So we're already the best at aero, so I'm going to focus on chassis from now on because we're really bad at that, and that's probably the only thing that keeps us behind McLaren, to be quite honest. So yeah, let's hop into practice in Melbourne with these 2027 cars. It's not going to be too much of a difference from last season, as there was no big regulation change.
The city that boasts 4 seasons in one day. Let's get this show on the road, and let's see who'll be top of the timesheets down under.
All right. There's Lance Stroll at VCarb. They're the worst team on the grid, but we're balancing out the field. Hopefully, towards the end of the season, we might have every single team capable of a victory, which would be really, really entertaining, that is for sure. So, unfortunately, we don't have any track acclimatization. I'm not really going to do every practice thing here. I feel like, for the sake of pacing of the episode, I think I'll just do one, and then we'll move on from there. So, I definitely want to use the hard tires, but yeah, it feels like we definitely should be using the mediums. So yeah, we'll do race strategy. Let's drive out.
Okay, me again, mate. We've made some changes to the way that ERS works this year, so you're going to have multiple modes to choose from in the race now. Have a play around with them in your MFD.
Didn't make any change this year.
And think about how you might use them on race day. I'll check back with you soon to chat more about it.
Well, for one, that change was made in F1 24, and number 2, this is Season 3 now. You don't need to tell me how ERS works. But here we are, first laps in the new Aston Martin. Feels a bit different having a new helmet as well.
Okay, you've got race levels of fuel in the car. I want you to drive at a representative pace, alright? No hot laps this time.
Alright, no hot laps. That's absolutely fine. Definitely want to burn some ERS as we get going, of course. This is, again, largely the same car as last season. We don't get any major regulation change until the end of this season. So, Season 4 will be the next big major change. And honestly, even then, I think we might keep it still at balancing out the field. I don't know, it sounds so interesting. To the point that, like, I'm really excited for it. We could have like a really, really interesting season, that is for sure. This is also the highest difficulty that we have ever done at 104. I'm going to check the audio as well, by the way. Yeah, okay, we're cool, let's go. I'm really excited, man. Higher difficulty. Live streaming it now, so I don't have to worry about, like, recording and editing, because, I lost motivation towards the end of Season 2. The views were dipping, of course, and I was playing all sorts of other games as well. This is why I don't like doing a full race calendar in Season 1. That's something we're never going to do again, that is for sure. But man, I'm really excited for the F1 26 update this year. The fact that that's an update and not a game, I wonder how much that's actually going to be. In terms of, like, money. Okay, we're going to use a bit of ERS now to try and make up some of that time that we lost. But yeah, the car pretty much feels the same as usual. We won the championship last season. We are the reigning champion. Speaking of which, do we have the number 1 on our car? No, we don't. It never actually gave me the option to put number 1 on the car, which is very, very strange, to say the least. Maybe that was something I should have been able to change, like in driver details or something. We can always check that out after this. But usually it would notify me, at least in previous iterations of the career mode. But in this F1 24 version, /25, it hasn't. We already failed the target time, which is not a good start. Oh yeah, the R&D, like, this whole thing's going to be harder now that we've moved up the difficulty as well. The car really doesn't like that corner. And to be fair, I've not played this track since Season 1, so we've got nearly maxed out cars at this point, right? So it's going to be a lot different. I wonder how Red Bull's going to do. Clearly not the best car on the grid, but they have a whole new lineup. I wonder how Tsunoda's going to do in the Aston. Hopefully better than he was doing in the Red Bull, that's for sure. This is a better car, so he should be. Hopefully we can grab some double points this weekend. Not sure if we'll win, because McLaren are looking really, really good. Obviously they'll have some parts removed in the next couple of races, so eventually everybody, including us, are going to start catching up. We'll be the first to catch up. Pretty sure we'll also be the first to have our parts removed as well. Alright, we'll want to use overtake a little bit coming out of that final corner. Put my brake bias down to 54%. Like a little bit earlier into this corner. That's Charles Leclerc setting the fastest lap on the soft tyres so far. Really curious to see how everybody else does. 3 people watching, what's up? Yeah, whatever, Luke. Lil Brown. Not many people out setting laps right now, just me, Leclerc and Jack Doohan in the Alpine. There's a Kick Sauber coming out now and a Mercedes as well. We've got good pace, apparently. But I usually always do the race strategy program because it dictates my fuel load for the race. I never really know what to do with that. And I've been doing that since F1 23. Because I never really did them like that. And towards the end of Season 2 or 1, I think it was Season 2, I just completely... I had races where I just ran out of fuel. There's Lando Norris, fastest lap on the softs. We could try a lap on the softs just to see where we are, but it won't really matter in practice. It's qualifying that we'll want to set our sights on. Four people, what's up? There's Callie Mayer. Setting a P4 in the Red Bull on mediums. I wonder how far she is off of my lap. Of course, because of our laps, the track would have warmed up a little bit, so we've got to take that into account. Alright, here's our final lap then. Curious to see when Sonoda comes out.
Okay, test complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Alright, not too bad. Tyre wear, not the greatest. Nearly 40% on the front left. George Russell sets the fastest lap in the Mercedes. That's interesting. Anyway, it's time for us to pit.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
By the way, for those interested, since I've got 4 people watching right now, this will not be the only live stream we're doing today. I'm streaming Bloodborne later on tonight. If you missed the first episode, it is up on the channel, so be sure to check that out. Alright, so Calimero in the Red Bull is actually slower than Hulkenberg in the Kick Sauber. That's interesting. Very interesting. Of course, Hulkenberg, I think, just set that lap, so there'll be a difference in track evolution, but that is interesting. The Kick Sauber, I'm pretty sure, is like the 2nd or 3rd worst car in the grid right now. Red Bull's a midfield car. Okay. Has Sonoda gone out to set a lap? Here's Callie in the Red Bull. You know, she really does suit the Red Bull colours, aren't they? Where's Aiden? I don't think Aiden Jackson is setting a lap just yet. Yuki Tsunoda is on an out lap, so let's watch our teammate. He has only just started that lap, so I'll just skip ahead to when he is about to. Oh no, he's just pit for some reason. He went. The AI do this weird thing, man, where they'll come out, they'll do an out lap, and then they'll just. Okay, there we go. He's setting that lap now. Let's see what he does then. Where am I right now? So we are P8. With a 118.8, Oscar Piastri a second quicker in the McLaren. He has only just set that lap though. As we now look at Yuki Tsunoda's first lap in the Aston Martin around Melbourne here. So far so good. He looks a little bit twitchy right now, but it is only his first lap. And this is going to be a quick one as well compared to a lot of the other drivers because of track evolution, particularly compared to me. I'd like to see how close he does get to me though. That's the main thing. And to be fair, we didn't have the greatest of time when we started Aston Martin. Of course, first few races we actually got out qualified by our teammate, but that was Fernando Alonso. This is a whole new teammate now. Yuki Tsunoda, he is a proven commodity at Red Bull, but let's see how he does in a whole new car, and a championship-winning car at that. Well, a championship-winning team, of course. Crosses the line, goes first! Oh my! Yuki Tsunoda, the quickest lap by a country mile. Wow! That's huge. That is absolutely crazy for him. He's gone quicker than some people have gone on the softs, but of course he has gone a lot later than some people. That is certainly very, very interesting and a really, really good sign of things to come. That is for sure. If he can nail that kind of lap in qualifying, we're looking good.
Until next time, goodbye.
Of course, we're all the way down in P16, but that's mainly because I didn't go out and set another lap. Doesn't really matter until qualifying. So, yeah, again, we do have a higher difficulty, so I really have no idea how well we're going to do. There's a really good chance that Tsunoda will actually out-qualify us as we have some growing pains. But we'll go into quick practice for these ones to get all the R&D points that we need. So we'll get this one out of the way first. Quick and easy. What time are you live after this one? 10 PM. That's usually when I go live anyway. With a game like a Souls game. So right now it's about 5:42. I think I did all of them then. I got all the ones that matter anyway, so that's good. So then we'll just skip practice 3 altogether, and then we'll see if we've got enough points for an upgrade, because our chassis is not looking good compared to the other teams. Reese will definitely watch you play it. Cool. Did you watch the first episode? I did put chapters in that episode, by the way, guys, so if you just want to skip to the boss fights, you can. They are there after all. I know. Right, 885. That should be enough for at least one upgrade. But yeah, Yuki Tsunoda was looking good in practice. That's good. Because I don't want a weaker teammate. And to be fair, Fernando Alonso was not performing very well last season. So hopefully Yuki brings some fresh youth to the team. And we can actually go for the Constructors, because we got pretty close last season. If Alonso was a little bit more consistent, I'm 99% sure we would have gotten the Constructors' Championship. So I definitely want to make up for that this season. Okay, so we could get the heave dampers, I think. Tsunoda is looking at that, though, so we could let Tsunoda get that and get one of these ones. So I definitely want to go for the hydraulics, that's for sure. So only a 25% failure chance. Either way, it's coming before Bahrain, so we'll just rush that. But yeah, we are second bottom when it comes to the chassis, so that's something we definitely need to catch up on. I think if we end up going top, we might have to remove some upgrades. And if I'm going to remove any upgrade, it will most likely be either durability or probably even powertrain, honestly. But I don't think I want to remove too much of the powertrain, just in case. Having the best powertrain on the grid has always been a big deal for us, both in this game and F1 24, so I definitely want to make sure we've still got the best powertrain on the grid throughout the season. But now we go into qualifying. This is where it matters.
And a warm welcome, everybody. We're here in the heart of Melbourne. It's Albert Park, and it's qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix.
All right. Man, I love this new helmet. It is gorgeous. Alright, let's see what we got. Of course, we can go on the medium tyres as well. I'm going to immediately... actually, I'm going to wait. I also need to do my fuel load. For some reason, it defaults over 10 laps, which is just not a good thing. Aiden Jackson is out there in the Red Bull as well. Tsunoda's just gone out. Okay. Aiden Jackson sets the fastest lap, so he's gone over the Ferrari of Leclerc by nearly 2/10. Ocon has actually gone quicker. No, Jackson's got over Leclerc by 3/10. Sainz doesn't set a very good lap in the mediums. He probably got caught up. We've just got to go set out a lap now. I don't care if it's busy. This is only a banker lap, so it doesn't really matter per se.
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
So let's just get out there. Hopefully we can find some space and get a good lap in. See where we end up. Right. Tyres are already warmed up. This is Melbourne after all. So we don't have to worry too much about grip, which is good. Of course, we are in Australia, so definitely a lot warmer. Okay, let's get out of the way of these cars. Sonoda's not too far behind us. He's probably on his in-lap though. I don't know where everybody else is. Could ask though.
They're in 15th.
Yeah. Okay, that's no good. Or maybe he's on an outlap right now. He is, okay, never mind.
We've been pushed down to P17.
Yeah, that's all good. Haven't even set a lap yet. Alright, here we go. It's not good. Got caught on the curb there. Got a purple second sector, so that's good. Bit of a scrappy lap. Sonoda was a bit quicker than us. No good. And to be fair, Leclerc and Piastri didn't do all that well neither. So that is very, very interesting. I've got no idea where we're going to end up. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Right, P14.
Down into P14.
Not the greatest.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Of course, our race pace has always been better than our qualifying pace, so it should be fine. What difficulty are you playing? 104. Pretty much the highest I've done. We won the championship last season at 102, so...
Less than one lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
That is Bortoletto. He was quicker than us. Alright, that was surprising, considering according to R&D we are the second best on the grid, but perhaps chassis is a lot more important. No, I've got traction control on. I'm not a tryhard. I mean, do I look like an esports driver to you? I play on controller as well, so whatever. Alright. We weren't that much slower than Sonoda, and we did make a couple of mistakes getting caught on the curb. But, yeah, that's a very interesting top 10. Mercedes looking like the strongest overall team. Lando sets a really good lap. Not that far ahead of Russell, though. But we're not the only top driver struggling. Of course, we're in P14. Leclerc, we went quicker then. Piastri, we went quicker then. We're not too far off of our teammate, our new teammate. I did say there was a good chance that we get out-qualified as we get used to the higher difficulty. Alright, guess we'll just skip ahead and we'll see what happens. I always like to go out last. I think that is everybody. Nearly everybody. Let's just head out.
Right, the car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Alright, let's go. Hopefully we can get a good lap in. If not, hopefully we get somewhat near the top 10, because again my race pace has always been better, so I feel like we could definitely make some overtakes, but I don't want to be working my way through the field. Right, here comes Oscar Piastri. He's on a fast one.
We dropped to P15.
Ferrari behind me is also on a fast one. I don't know who it is though. What the fuck are you doing? I got out of the way and everything. What do you mean? What was he doing? I mean, I'm going to rewind it anyway, just to try harder to get out of the way. Oh, he's gone. There was a Ferrari behind me. What was he doing? Mate, I couldn't have got any more out of the way if I tried, Verstappen. Come on, man, that's a joke. I'm gonna try again. Come on, I'm right onto the wall. Yeah, see now he's all the way on the other side. That's just bullshit. Like, come on, man. Just completely crashes into me. Right, there goes Gasly. Got a V-carb coming up. What driver are you playing as? Myself? Myself? I mean, I don't know if you could tell by the leaderboard. Alright, let's get out of Hulkenberg's way. I'm not going to care too much about the kick Sauber behind me, Bortoletto, because we're about to start this lap. Oh shit, the time limit's about to run out. Okay, never mind. Let's just not slow down at all. Ah, I'm fucking up. Oh man, I didn't keep an eye on the time at all. That's Verstappen's fault there. I was just trying to get out of the way. Right. I don't think we're going to reach it in time. Yeah, oh, right, I'm keeping that. I'm not restarting. Looks like we're just going to have to do that. That is just a complete mishap. I was just not looking at the timing at all. I blame Verstappen for that shit. We would have been completely fine.
That wraps up qualifying, but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow.
You and Sonoda are on the same team. You're playing Aston Martin. Season 3, bro. Look at the title. Did you not look at the title when you clicked on the vid? Right, Sonoda out-qualifies us, mainly because I was just a complete fool and didn't look at the time. So we'll be starting all the way down in, I think, P16, I think that was. Which is awful, but there are 4 or 5 cars behind us, so whatever. We'll just have to recover. The pace does not look good. I've never been the greatest at Melbourne anyway, so we'll just have to see what happens. We've got 20 laps to work with. Let's see what we can do. I'm kind of tempted to just go on the softs and go all out, but we'll have to see what the strategy screen looks like when we get underway. But that does not look good. I mean, our pace wasn't looking good anyway, and then Sonoda's a pretty good measuring stick as well because he's the AI driver in the same car, and even he was outside the top 10. So yeah, I think our really bad chassis really came back to haunt us for this particular track. So let's see what we can do.
Months.
Yeah,
And joining
right.
me in the commentary box once again, Naomi Schiff. Hi, Gnomes. As much as I
Now,
like
Mercedes
testing,
looking
I
a
do
lot
love
better than
testing,
the
and I really
R&D
enjoyed the build-up here and all
chart
the
suggests.
speculation.
Even
I really wanna
Haas.
see some
Look at
action.
Behrman in
And finally
P6.
today, we get some proper action on the track.
This is always such an exciting time in the season. First of all, it's the first time they'll be racing
We're the reigning
with new
champ, all the way
cars,
down in
so that's always an exciting thing
P16.
for
Oh,
drivers to look
God.
forward to. But also, they've had a long time off during the winter break, so it's about dusting the cobwebs off, getting the rust off of their bones, and really getting their elbows out there and having some fun.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Fantastic podium at the last race, mate, but there's still a little bit of room in that trophy cabinet back at the factory. Let's see if we can fill it again.
Sure. Right. Ooh. Okay, so they're looking for a 1-stop. I feel like I can make that work. 9 laps on the mediums. It's going to be difficult because we got like 40% tyre wear after 5 laps. But I think 9 laps is very much doable. I don't think, like, if we want to get, like, a really high position, the 2-stop's not going to be it. Because even though we've got a really, really bad chassis, to the point that having the 2-stop would probably be the best idea, we absolutely need to have just a slightly slower strategy in the first stint to be able to keep track position towards the end of the race. So we're going to go with mediums to hards. I think they might tell me to change the strategy midway through because of the tyre wear, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to try and commit to 9 laps on the mediums. Let's see what we can do. We do have a McLaren right in front of us, so it's a pretty mixed grid. We're not the only one that fucked up. Piastri just had a really bad lap. We let him pass and everything. So don't really need to warm up the tyres too much. It is Melbourne, so that's one thing I don't have to worry about at all. If we could get past Piastri, I think the cars ahead of us won't be too much of a problem. It's mostly just we've got a RB, a Williams, and an Alpine all the way at the back. I wonder who that is. Probably Jack Doohan. But yeah, we got a bit of a recovery drive ahead of us. These are the growing pains, man. I heightened the difficulty. We're at a track that I literally have not driven on since the very first episode. It's literally been months since I've gone round Melbourne, so, you know, this track we didn't bring back for Season 2. Even the first My Team episode we did, the only My Team episode we've done so far, that was at Melbourne. That was all the way back in, like, June, I think, like when the game came out, so it's been ages since we played this track. A lot of rust. But we'll see what we can do. I wonder where we could have placed had we got that second quali lap in, though. Perhaps we could have maybe got top 10. I definitely would rather be like ahead of Sonoda. I think we would have been ahead of Sonoda this is assuming we would have had a clean lap and not a very rough one like we did in that first and only lap that we did. I think we can get ahead of Piastri right away, though.
Okay, incredible parking there. Nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get good launch as the race starts.
And hopefully if Bortoletto has a bad start, he gets out the way, because there is not much space. Especially going into turn 1, but away we go for season 3. I'm going to try and get in the middle. There's not much we can do, unfortunately. We just get boxed in. And look at that, Piastri gets the better start. Might be able to get the position back here. Piastri's going to be a tough adversary. Really not much space on this track. I've never been a big fan of it. I really want to be careful when overtaking Tsunoda.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
Please don't defend it. Yuki! Oh my god! Well, that was an accidental dive bomb, but there's a double overtake right there. I wonder how close we were to the back of Yuki then. Jesus, but there's a beautiful double overtake, and now we're behind the debutant of Callie Mayer in the Red Bull.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Okay, let's switch off ERS for the moment. Get a bit saved up. Ahead of Mayer is Antonelli, then Hulkenberg. 2 cars that I'm pretty confident that we could get past. Callie, I don't know. Callie is a pretty high overall. Her focus would probably be low though, assuming this is her first race. And DRS will be on now. Antonelli is going to box us in. But we're past Callie.
Great manoeuvre. You made it look so easy.
Get a move done here. I think we've been knocked out of DRS by Hulkenberg there. Because I was trying to save ERS, unfortunately. We did use quite a bit to get in front of the cars behind us though. Hulkenberg's losing DRS though. Haas are looking really good. Haas have been like the most improved team of this entire career mode. It's so interesting to me, man. Okay, I think we could get Hulkenberg without even using much ERS here. We'll just commit there. Hulkenberg defended a bit awkwardly there. Really didn't know how to go about that. You know what, fuck this guy. Nah, mate, you want to defend a bit awkwardly? I'll get my elbows out. Right, we got some catching up to do now. 2 seconds behind.
Top 10 now. Keep it up. Okay, so
we are in the top 10
by 2.0 seconds.
How are we doing for tyre wear? We have 4 laps to go. It's not bad. Not bad at all. We could maybe even pit a little bit earlier to try and get an undercut on the cars ahead. But I don't think we'll have too much issue, at least with Ocon anyway. He is on the softs. Callie's behind us now.
And gap to the car in front, 1.7 seconds.
Callie did very well there. We might have to let her pass. We'll see what happens, see what she can do. Here comes Callie. And there she goes. We'll let her pass for now because we're going to use her to pull ourselves ahead here. As Ocon up ahead has made the pass on his fellow Frenchman for P8. Six people watching, what's up? Callie is looking rapid. Fastest lap on the grid. And that's on merit.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Try and save some ERS going into this little section. Callie now looking to chase down the Alpine of Pierre Gasly. We're still hanging behind for now. Hey, what's up, dude? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Let's save a little bit. Braked a little bit too late there. That's definitely cost us. Well, I think Callie is being held up by Gasly right now, so it's not looking too bad. I don't want to be held up by Callie too long, because she's seemingly having trouble catching up to Gasly. You tried playing online? Yeah, bro. I've got a whole series on ranked. Made it to Elite and then dropped it. But I go on online here and there. Because it is definitely... The chaos is definitely fun. Definitely struggling now on these tyres. This has always been one of my weaker tracks, so I'm kind of glad we're kicking off with it because we do have China and Bahrain after this. Two tracks I definitely enjoy. Bahrain I am particularly good at. So whatever happens, I know we'll get a good result there.
Approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
Cool. But I do want to get past a bunch of these cars ahead. They're all bunched up now. Ollie Behrman backing them up. So, if not this lap, definitely the next one, I'll be looking to make the switch. And then we'll see what happens till the end of the race. But yeah, Callie's definitely struggling. Right, there's the move on Callie done. Aiden Jackson up in P7. We are giving slipstream to Callie here.
Gap to your teammate behind, 5.2 seconds.
Let's see if we can catch up to Gasly. Otherwise, that position that we just gained is going to be out of the window.
Okay, mate. Mayer's behind you. We want to keep them behind, please.
It's a very inconvenient objective, bro. Because I'm going to lose it either way unless Maya pits on the same lap as I do, which she will not. Oh my god. That dirty air is vicious.
Okay, we can take you this lap.
Alright, this is the one. Jackson looking to get past Albon. Red Bull definitely looking a lot stronger than they used to, that's for sure. But let's get out of this gaggle of cars here.
Okay, mate, I'm afraid we didn't quite get what we needed there, but let's not worry about it. Get your head down now, chin up, and let's focus right until the checkered flag.
It's an early turn in, it's no good.
Right, let's go, come on. Your early turn in meant we had a slower than planned pit stop.
It's fine, we'll make up the time. I only pressed that because I was like really close to... I already pressed triangle then, it just didn't do anything. Because we were like really close to just completely missing that whatsoever. Alright.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Alright, let's see if we can make up that time. I think they'll be costing each other a bunch of time anyway, so we can make up that second. All good for me. Sonoda's not doing too well. There's a yellow flag ahead then. Sonoda is out. Engine failure for our new teammate. That is no good. Why, man? I want to turn off AI engine failures, man. I feel like it's always my teammate. I really do. It's honestly such a pain in the arse. Well, I don't know if I have to go harder on durability or what, because that's really pissing me off. Fernando Alonso, all his engine failures last season was probably the reason we lost the Constructors. See if we can just get ahead of George Russell here. Yes, we can. He is on the mediums, though. Looks like it's just us flying the Aston Martin colours right now. But the fact we're ahead of George Russell should be good, right? Like, didn't he start in P2?
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 7.1 seconds.
I think we'll let him pass regardless. Because I think it'll be quicker if we just hang on to the back of him. That's if he gets close to me.
Car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now.
Okay. And there goes all those cars that we wanted to get past, so that was a good move from us. Russell's getting really close. I think it's worth letting him pass. Particularly because he is on those mediums right now. I don't think he's going to overtake me on this particular section, though. He might get close. I genuinely thought it was going to be this lap, but no, okay. Bunch of cars ahead of us. I don't know if they've pit yet, though. Stroll is flying high right now, though. Nope, there goes those cars that are pitting, so... let's get past these. Russell really wants to make this pass. Really inconvenient location, bro. We're in P4! Not bad! Russell is all over me right now, so we are going to let him pass. Because we are slowing each other up big time. Got a double Ferrari podium, and I assume Norris is leading.
Now everything's looking good.
Because he's the only one I've not seen. And he's still not overtaking me. Looks like it'll be on the main straight then. We aren't catching up to the cars ahead unless there's a safety car, and I don't think I changed my safety car settings. I think I put them on reduced after Qatar. Or I think it was after Las Vegas, actually. I thought I wanted the last two races of the season to be as competitive as possible, and so I didn't really bother.
Try to stay with them. They might make a mistake and we can...
Oh my god, he really slowed down there. Very inconvenient. Alright, we are now in a little bit of a train. Do you mind?
Impact. Let me know you're okay.
There is no space there, bro. Do I have to be right up against the wall to signify to you there is no space on my left? Look, I'm going into a corner. I'm braking. There's no space for you. He isn't even going in a straight line. He's kind of just going like... Come on, bro. I have to overcompensate with AI all the time. Right. Leave me alone. Alright, I don't think Russell's catching up to Verstappen anytime soon. So, I think P4 is what we're battling for. I think we can stick behind Russell for a bit. Save some ERS as well. Let's play some DRS training there. DRS games. Got a massive whiff of dirty air out of that chicane though. AI are really fast out of that final corner. We should have enough to keep up with Russell quite comfortably. Dirty air certainly doesn't help though.
Okay, mate, we need to save up some ERS, so let's focus on charging it up, please.
Oh, I need to focus on keeping up with Russell. It's such an inconvenient objective. I'm not exactly in a position to save. So we might be making the pass on Russell. He does defend that quite nicely, but gets completely in the way coming out of that corner, so That's P4 gained temporarily. I am likely letting him pass though. I'll put hot lap on, make it a little bit more difficult for him. I'm going to take the left side this time. What is that breaking point for them? Like, they completely change it. There's nothing I can't do anything about that. Except brake harder. Jesus. There's like they brake twice, it seems. Like on the racing line doesn't do that, so I'm not gonna do that. And then they just brake again, like, what the fuck? They're trying to brake check me. I hate turn 1 on Melbourne, I really do. One of the worst corners on the calendar. Now we've got to be extra cautious. Made a mistake there as well, I'm just not focused there. And you know what, all things considered, P4 is going to be really good for where we started. But just imagine if we started a bit higher, man. If we'd have just got a better quali position. Oh, Russell nearly loses it. That would have been huge. It's a very good position for Mercedes considering last season how bad they were. Jackson's in the points. Don't know about Callie. Looks like we're making a natural overtake on Russell here. I wasn't exactly trying, but I don't really want to slow down.
Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place.
We got a double dose of DRS right there. I'm going to save VRS through this section though.
Nice work. You
Nice.
smashed it. Really good job on hitting that target, mate.
I was really tempted to brake check him as well, but we ain't going to do that. Not this close to the end of the race. I mean, take it. Just makes it easier for me to keep up and then just take the position from you right at the end. I'm cool with it. Jesus Christ, Russell. Oh, that's karma. That's karma. Getting right in the middle of the road. And there goes Ocon. In the Haas. Top 5. Wow. That's huge. Haas have been such an interesting team to watch in this series. That is for sure. They've just constantly been improving. We might have to join them at some point, see if we can push them to a championship or something. Wouldn't that be interesting? But it's double points for Haas, I'm pretty sure. Because Behrman's in 8th. Norris is leading, I'm pretty sure. It's a double podium for Ferrari. They win out in the Constructors. Alright. I'm likely to let Ocon pass. I just want to make sure that we have the speed to get P4 across the finish line. But yeah, that undercut from P10 up here, that was huge in the pits. I do hate turn 1. Right, so much for that plan. I was expecting Ocon to be a bit quicker, if I'm being quite honest. Yeah, there's a warning. That's fair. We might, oh, I don't know. We could stay ahead. Really good chicane, that puts us over a second ahead. Okay, hold on. We might have P4 secured.
Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Yeah, really good race, honestly, but imagine if we got a better qualifying position, man. That's a shame. But Lando Norris takes the first win of the season. Charles Leclerc and Max Verstappen not too far behind in the Ferraris. And we'll be coming home in P4, which is a pretty good recovery drive, a really good recovery drive. And that undercut definitely was a big deal. So there you go. P4 in the first race of the season.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
Oh, not bad. Driver of the day, of course.
And here he comes. It's all go, go, go for Lando Norris as he takes the checkered flag and wins.
Alright, Lando Norris takes the first win of the season.
During pre-season testing,
so surprised, considering McLaren is definitely not the best team on the grid by far.
Just goes to show that all the work they put in has really counted.
I'm surprised Piastri did really bad, to be quite honest. But he had a pretty bad qualifying position, probably got stuck behind cars.
To finish, but in the end, there was only ever one that could take that top spot. He holds the trophy aloft.
Double Ferrari podium.
A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris.
Is that Fernando? I swear one of those guys looked like Fernando Alonso. The ones in the suits. Was that like a bug? I am like that looks so much like Alonso. That was crazy. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It was the guy in the suit on the far left. That's crazy. That's where he is. Leaves Aston Martin, becomes part of the FIA or something. I don't know.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Callie was pretty unlucky to not get points, considering she was pretty quick. I think she got stuck behind cars. If she'd have followed my strategy, she would have finished, like, probably ahead of Jackson, that's for sure. But here's the constructors. Ferrari, a pretty dominant showing for them. Haas, a really good showing. Double points for them. Ollie Behrman gets 2 points. Esteban Ocon gets 10. Very, very interesting. That is for sure. Alright, now we move on to China, which returns for the first time since Season 1. But there you go. Beating Yuki in the rivalry. God, man, I don't know what's up with these AI engine failures, but it's always the most inconvenient of people for me. So now we've moved down to 57% recognition. I have no idea how that's happened, but yeah, there you go. That's round 1 done. And I feel like we could do a second round as well, so why not? Let's go. Oh, and it follows pretty quickly as well. Okay, do we have enough to get a chassis upgrade out of the way straight away? Not yet. Okay. That's cool. Progress history, we know McLaren are going to have a little bit more taken off of them. There you go. So, let's see how that goes. Let me go into my driver details. Is there a way I could actually, like, change my number to 1? No. I'm literally the reigning champion. What do you mean? That makes no sense whatsoever. I never actually got the option to change to number 1, even though I won the championship last season. Made no sense whatsoever. And then, Callie and Aiden still don't appear on the driver rating comparison. It's so strange. I just put them in. They're literally on the grid as well. Like, I don't get it. I don't know what overall they are because we can't look. But Callie's up in P11, Aiden Jackson in P7. I really wish I could see what overall those guys are, but they just don't appear. It's bugged. Whatever. Alright. Onward to Shanghai. I don't know how good or bad we're going to do here, to be quite honest. It was a very eventful time in Season 1 when we were in the V-Carb. That is for sure. The crazy tyre wear around here. But chassis has improved since then. We only have 1 practice session and then it's just sprint, quali, sprint, and then we got a full wet race, I think that is, towards the end. But I think it's going to be Inter's... no. Yeah, it will progress to rain later on, so we might not have to worry too much about tyre wear at all during the race. That is certainly interesting. Looking at the R&D tree now, McLaren still lead. Ferrari have caught up to our car. Of course, that's because our aero is so good, right? Aero, powertrain, and durability, so good, but our chassis is dog shit. So, that's definitely something we want to improve. Still got no track acclimatization. I would rather do that. Well, actually, no. No. We need race strategy for the fuel loads, so
Hello and
whatever.
welcome to Free Practice 1 from Shanghai International Circuit.
Here we go, back to China.
It's an imposing grand
I do love this track.
Tarmac that presents all sorts of challenges in these cooler temperatures. Crucial data needs to be gathered, and unique challenges will be presented throughout the session.
Well, the only reason we didn't have China in Season 2 was because I wanted to start the season off at Bahrain. So, yeah, and you can't swap races around. I feel like F1 27 will be the game that will actually give us the ability to actually switch races around in the calendar, which will be very, very cool. Okay, let's just change that brake bias to 54% right away, just to get it out of the way. We don't have access to the medium, so it's literally just either the hard tyres or the softs. Part of me wants to use the softs just to see how the tyre wear is. But I also want to see just how good the hards are, so, you know, I'd rather go on the hards. Let's go.
Okay, track's green right now, so take...
Oh, actually, we'll restart the session because I do want to wait until a little later on in the session to actually get some laps in. I want to have most of the grid have some laps in, and then we'll see how we correlate towards that. I think most people are going to be going on the softs anyway. Okay. Well, let's get out there. I have no idea how China's going to go. I feel the exact same about this one as I did towards Australia. We haven't played it since Season 1. We were in a completely different car with default performance as well, so, you know. This is completely new to me. Bahrain will be fun though, but I'll do that next episode, so tomorrow. How's the vehicle doing? We've got the ICE at 7%. Okay.
Okay, let's have some nice steady laps here, please. Just a managed pace, like you would in the race. That's what's going to give us the best data.
That's cool. Alright, let's get this race strategy underway. This car is an absolute boat. Definitely want to focus exclusively on chassis upgrades for the time being. Right, good luck there. Quickest, but that's because we're using ERS. I guarantee the AI is not. think we hit signs on the way into the corner then. See how much time we gain down this straight. Look at that. That's how much power these cars have now. Beautiful. Another good lap. Awesome. Right, not bad.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
Definitely feel a lot more comfortable around this track than Melbourne, that's for sure.
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Right, I'm going to let Sainz pass. Alright. That's not too bad at all. I don't know how that will correlate to qualifying though. But it felt pretty good. And that was on the hards, so... yeah. Oh, I should have looked at the tyre wear and how that was by the end of that. Because, yeah, tyre temps are really high around China. 20% tyre wear. That's not awful. I don't know, actually. Because I remember in Season 1, China tyre wear was absolutely insane. I mean, you could just look at the thumbnail for that second episode in the career mode. And you could see how fucked up the tyre was, like, by the end of that race. I think that was the sprint, never mind the main race. It was insane. Anyway, that was a really good race strategy program right there. And now we just go on to short sprint qualifying. And I have those R&D points as well. Oh, yeah, there was all the other ones I should have done. Because we only get the one practice session. That's a real shame. Hopefully Sonoda got more, though. That's in development from me. That's in development by Sonoda. And we can get this one. So that's a good one. 55% failure chance, however. So I'm just going to do standard there. We really need to get... we really need to start catching up in terms of the chassis. So, yeah. Alright. Yeah, time for sprint quali. I think we'll only do the one lap here. Because usually I just go on the mediums, set a lap, but it doesn't matter anyway.
Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and
So we'll skip.
Chinese Grand Prix weekend.
And just do the one lap, one shot.
We need to qualify. And who's going to take that coveted pole position? How will our grid line up? We're about to find out. Welcome to qualifying.
Alright, we're going to do this one shot. So, we got to make sure this is a good lap from the get-go. Alright. Going into car setup. There's that. Yeah, we've only got the one set of softs anyway, so literally this is just going to be one shot. Okay, let's get out.
Okay, that's all the checks complete. We're ready to go.
Let's do this. I'm determined to have a much better quali. I mean, this is only sprint quali, but 8 points up for grabs if we finish P1, so that would be a big deal. Points are points at the end of the day. So yeah, we got one shot to do this. Tyres don't need to warm up, it is usually quite hot in Shanghai. It is near the beginning, well, I don't know why it's usually so hot, to be quite honest. Australia is pretty self-explanatory, but China? I don't get it. But it is going to rain in the race, so that's interesting.
We've been pushed down to P20.
I can remember the last time we live streamed China qualifying like it was yesterday. Or sprint qualifying anyway. F1 24. What a horrendous game that was. Let's see what we can do. Verstappen's pretty low down in the Ferrari, P16. He has set a lap. We are the only one on the track that hasn't set a lap. Because we only have one set of softs, so there's really no point. Yeah, we're pretty weak coming out of that corner, so I'm going to ERS out of it. We'll ERS out of this one as well, why not? Not the greatest there. We'll ERS out of this corner though.
We've dropped to P20.
We really burnt that ERS there, and all that for P7. Jesus. That is within the points, though, in the sprint, so we could do a lot with P7, a lot more than we could with P16 in Melbourne, so... and we finished P4 there, so...
Plenty more coming up over the rest of the weekend, so we'll see you all tomorrow.
Interesting, so... Piastri, Sainz, and Aiden Jackson in the top three. Hulkenberg, Kick-Sauber P4, Mayer just up ahead of us. Norris all the way down in P9, so this is going to be a very interesting sprint race. I think it is only like 7 laps or something like that. So it isn't much. We don't have a lot of time to make progress, so we'll really have to see what we can do. I think it's 7 laps. It might be 10 if we're lucky. If it's 10, then we have plenty of time. No, it's just 7. It's just 7 laps. So, let's get to it. I need to go into my rules and flag settings. What have we got? Yeah, I knew it was reduced. Alright, let's put that back up to standard. Red flags are off. I'm going to put that back on reduced, just in case. I'll probably put it on standard at some point throughout the season. I've never really been a big fan of red flags. Safety cars I'm cool with though. Yeah, right. I knew it was unreduced. I only did that in the last couple of races of last season because I wanted it to be as like competitive as possible. No safety car shenanigans or whatever. But now that we're in a new season, we can put it back on standard. Alright, let's see what we can do. Our teammate Yuki Tsunoda is in P13, down in P13, so... yeah, I don't think he's going to accomplish much. We'll see, though. You never know. But yeah, we got 7 laps, most likely on the softs. So, we got a lot to do. We've got a lot of work cut out for us, that is for sure. God, these loading screens are slow. I really hope when F127 comes out, we've got
Forget
much
pit
quicker
stops,
loading screens.
Forget fuel management. It's pedal to the metal all the way here as we get ready for today's sprint.
Okay, let's see what we can do. P7, really not that bad at all.
International Circuit then is a 16-corner high-speed thrill ride. The long and ever-tightening right-hander at turns 1 and 2 tests the driver's patience. The flats, open to the elements location, test their skill in a crosswind. 2 DRS zones will assist passing, and they're available into turn 1 and down the kilometre-long back straight into turn 14. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. Well, they say that a change is as good as a rest, and whilst there's not much rest on show in the sprint format today, there's definitely a change to what we're usually seeing on the track. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish, but let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
Interesting. I've not heard that before from
Okay, here we
Anthony
go.
Davidson.
I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Alright, yep, we're obviously going to go on the softs. Be as aggressive as possible. Some people are on the mediums ahead of us. And everyone ahead of us is a car that we have managed to overtake in Australia, including the race leader Piastri. So we can make a really good start to the race and maybe go even further from there. I hope so, anyway.
No threat of rain for the time being. Conditions look good.
How are the tyres doing? A bit cold at the front, so it's a bit of a cooler day here in Shanghai. We'll have to warm them up down the back straight. Alright, here we go. P7, pretty average position for us, which is a good sign, considering last season.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid is formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Pretty good start ahead of Cali. Leclerc looking to get past Jackson. We've had such a good start, we could go down the inside of both of them. 3 wide into that first corner. We've got Hulkenberg as well. Hopefully no damage is caused to Leclerc. Doesn't look like it. Perfect start for us. And look at how quick they are coming out of that corner. I remember how bad that was in F1 24. It is still pretty bad here. But not nearly as bad. Still an issue, nonetheless.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you.
Oh, Hulkenberg's lost it. Battling hard for that position. There we go. Try and get out of the way of Nico. He is trying his very best to get past us though. Leclerc looking to make it 3 wide. Very tricky situation for us right there. But we got it. Okay, we managed. Next up is Carlos Sainz.
DRS enabled.
Piastri going well out in front. McLaren still a bunch of parts having to be taken off their car before the grid can be balanced. Leclerc's going to be all over us. Just about managed to stay within DRS. Need more battery. Good opportunity for us here. Gonna turn off ERS as well. Don't think Piastri is going to be catchable, but it is only a 1 point difference. So, whatever, I'm not fussed. Right, we're going to be in a bit of trouble on this main straight, on the back straight, I mean. I don't want to use too much ERS, but I will use what I must. There goes Sainz and Leclerc. We've still got space down the left though. And we managed to regain P2 out of it. Lovely. That was beautiful.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 6.7 seconds.
Okay. It's not that far out, right? It's not in the points though. Yeah, he's nowhere near the points. Most of the top 8 is bunched up. Leclerc's now past Sainz. Sainz just got past Leclerc. Oh my god. Wow. Let's see a replay of that. I want to know how that happened. Oh, Leclerc locks up. And Sainz takes the position. That only makes us go even further out ahead. Hence why we're over a second ahead now. That gives us a beautiful opportunity to save up on ERS, at least just a little bit. Tyre where I can feel it. It's not too bad considering. Right, I think Leclerc and Sainz are going to keep fighting, so we should be alright. Jackson's not too far behind. But Sainz and Leclerc continuing to fight.
7 seconds between you and the car ahead.
Might have secured P2 for us. We would have been able to put up a bigger battle against Piastri, but you know, we started down in P7, what can you do? Here comes Sainz about to catch up to us now. Had about half of our battery to spend though. Sainz wants the left, okay. He's going to be a lot stronger on those mediums now. So he is not going to have to worry about Leclerc now. Here he comes. Yeah, he nearly overtook us here. He might just. Tyre wear not looking good. Need to adjust my camera. This is going to be a bit difficult to fight. But let's see if we could stay ahead of Sainz just one more lap. Beautiful.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
I'm taking the inside this time. Yeah, McLaren, we're going to see them on top quite a lot for the next few races until the field is balanced out. It's not looking good for this last lap, I won't lie. Okay. Oscar Piastri takes the win in the sprint. Will come home in second, P2. Carlos Sainz P3, Leclerc P4, Aiden Jackson in the Red Bull P5. Hulkenberg behind, and then Calimero in the other Red Bull behind that.
We're really happy with the podium down here, so well done. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Considering we started P7, I would have liked to have got close to Piastri, but I'll take it. For now. We'll have to do better in the next qualifying, that is for sure.
So with the sprint concluded, join us next time for qualifying. And of course, the main event, this weekend's Formula One Grand Prix. We'll see you next time.
Yeah, Yuki is not doing too good in the Aston so far. His focus was pretty low considering the bad Red Bull season he had last time out. But yeah, double points for Red Bull. Calimero gets her first ever points in F1 with a pretty solid P7 finish right there. Alright, I'm going to go get my dinner, but when I get back upstairs, we've got qualifying to do and the full race. Well, not the full race, as in like full race distance, but 20 laps of Shanghai. Okay. I'll be back. All right. Let's get into qualifying then, see if there's anything else. I haven't really been doing any of these, to be fair. Don't have enough R&D points for any of that. But those are the championship standings going into this weekend. Only 13 of the drivers have scored points so far this season. Hopefully Yuki can get some points very, very soon. Let's see if we can have a good qualifying. Let's do it. And this time we need to make sure we actually get a second lap done.
Welcome along to Shanghai, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, we've seen the qualifying intro. Let's do this. Yeah, we got two laps to work with. Awesome. Oh, where's my TV remote? Come on, man. There we go. Okay. Let's set out an initial lap. We'll just be one of the first to go out, why not?
All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
I need to refill my bottle at some point. I'll do it after qualifying. For people watching, what's up? Pretty good second sector there, at least it felt like it. Apparently not. Compared to a fucking kick Sauber. Oh, still not quicker than Ocon. Man, maybe I should have kept the difficulty the same. I'm kidding. To be fair, Haas are really strong this season if Australia is anything to go by, so I'm cool with it. Haas have always been better in qualifying than they have been in the race, and the fact that we're ahead of Russell is a really good sign anyway, so that's good.
Confirmed. We'll receive you at the end of this lap.
Yeah, let's head back. Carlos Sainz looking rapid in the Williams. 131.9 is what we got. I don't know how I could go any quicker than that. Verstappen's not quicker than us though. Another good sign. I don't know what the McLarens are doing.
Less than 1 lap of fuel left now. The tank's pretty much empty.
Alright, that's not the best. We do really good in the first sector. But, oh god, yeah. Second sector and the third sector, perhaps, maybe, we could save just a little bit more ERS for the third sector. I don't know how else I can improve in the second, but I could definitely 100% get that third sector better, which would, I'm pretty sure, if we can get it better, definitely put us ahead of Ocon, maybe ahead of Albon. I don't think we could get close to these top 4, considering how quick they are in the second sector, and we just don't have the chassis for it, really. We really need to improve this car's chassis. But besides that, it doesn't seem horrible.
Okay, when you're ready,
Alright.
let's go.
Let's go. Alright, here we go. Not a good start. Had a faster second sector, but that first sector, we really made a big mistake somewhere. Probably turn one. Either that or it was track evolution, I don't know, but it's another bloody P7, that's what it is. Oh, damn it, man! Could have been worse. There was a Mercedes and a Ferrari still in the pits, so... I don't know what happened there. I just felt like I wasn't really gaining anything at any point. P7 again. Our teammate down in P14, Norris down in P13. And the Red Bulls didn't do too well this time out compared to Sprint. We've got an Alpine in P3, that's absolutely crazy. Piastri, Shanghai's looking like a very strong track for him. Double Williams in the points. Jack Doohan in P9. The Alpine just seems to go really well around China, it seems, because I remember they did pretty well in Season 1 as well. Callie's all the way down in P19. Alright, well, at least Norris is behind us, so, you know, there's a bit of an opportunity for us to perhaps take the lead of the championship, maybe. I don't know. Because I know Piastri didn't score points last time out, so there's a chance. There is a chance. Of course, we've got the mixed conditions on track to contend with as well, so that's going to be interesting. But here we go, 20 laps of Shanghai coming right up. And this will be our last race of the stream, and then I will see you guys at 10 p.m. or so. For Bloodborne. Sorry, I had a complete, like, brain fart for a second there. But yeah, we'll play Bloodborne for probably a couple hours or so. And then, yeah.
The Chinese Grand Prix, then, is upon us once again. It's a race that saw Michael Schumacher claim his final Formula One victory in 2006, as well as Red Bull's first win with Sebastian Vettel in 2009. There's no doubt there's plenty more drama to come here in Shanghai. We start a lap. It's time to see, and alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now.
All right, yeah, we heard this in the sprint.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
All right, looks like it's going to be mediums to hards. But it might be raining towards the end of the race. So I really have no idea. I just have no idea. I'm going to go 2 laps earlier on the mediums onto the hards. And if it starts raining, then there's a very good chance that we might have to go on to inters or even full wets. Probably inters is my best bet. That's what I'm going with. It is looking very, very overcast. And once again, just like the sprint, the cars ahead of us, we know we're about the same level as or better. So that's not ideal. Right, I'll just stick that on charge real quick.
Okay, we don't think we're far away from rain now. I'll keep you updated as conditions change.
All right. Ah, shit. Yeah, it's going to be really difficult to warm up the tyres, especially in these conditions. Right, another P7. Here we go. If we can get a really good start like we did in the sprint, that would be perfect.
Okay, incredible parking there, nice one. That's going to give you the edge if you can get a good launch as the race starts.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights.
Good chance Piastri takes an early lead, but Leclerc's up there as well. Best case scenario is they battle as we get underway. And immediately, we are going to rewind. Can we rewind, please? I don't know how that caused major damage to my side pod with that just little hit. I don't know how that happens, but there we go. See if we can get ahead of Albon. Gasly and Ocon side by side. Alpine and Haas high flying. We're up into P5. Oh my days, man! I'm just gonna fucking restart. Get off this fucking screen! My god. I hate how it does that fucking rewind thing at the start every time. Alright. Let's just forget about that and we'll go again. That was an early start. Oh my god. Right, looks like we can still catch a Williams here. Maybe even another one. And Gasly. Oh, wow, okay. Very passive start from the AI here. That's for sure. Really good start. Ocon high flying once again. for the second race in a row. Jesus Christ, Geordie. It's only minor damage. I'm going to rewind it because I don't think that's fair to Ocon anyway. I'm just going to stay behind. There was just like massive space to the inside. I thought I'd be able to get there. Clearly not. But hey, Leclerc and Piastri already doing battle. And we're only going till lap 8 and then I'm going on to the hards, but it might start raining before then, which means we'll stay on the mediums for even longer. Looks like we could possibly get a move here on Ocon. Beautiful. Let's see if we could chase down Piastri. Didn't have a chance in the sprint.
Now use DRS. DRS now available.
Leclerc taking a big lead over Piastri. Absolutely flying in that Ferrari. We don't have enough to catch up to Piastri. They are really quick in Sector 2. Like, it's absolutely insane how quick the AI are in China Sector 2. It's crazy. I mean, look at how much he gained, and I didn't even do that bad. Hey, the cars behind us are struggling. That gives us a little bit of space. And we are going for the undercut on lap 8 as well, so that gives us a good chance for a victory. Again, there is rain coming, so sooner we could get onto that second set of hards, whatever. But it might even be worth, you know, just staying out on the mediums. We've really got to keep an eye on the weather report, because it could start raining any second. It definitely is that grey.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so
there you
watch
go.
out. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
So there's a good chance we'll be on inters instead, so I'm actually going to switch. They're looking really slow behind us. I don't know what's going on. Looks like P3 is where we're going to sit right now. I'm pretty sure that might... Oh no, I think that means Leclerc would lead the championship. We would be in second, because Norris is nowhere near us right now.
Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
No word on the, you know, the upcoming rain. God, these engineers are absolutely useless.
Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least
there you go.
15 minutes. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Right, now we just got to...
that gap ahead, please. 2.6 seconds.
Now we just got to keep a feel on the conditions. Because right now it still feels dry. So we'll see what we do in terms of pitting, but I do have the Inter set up and ready. We'll likely be going in until the end of the race, so...
for the next 15 minutes at least.
It might be worth pitting early. I don't want to pit too early, though. But it is going to keep getting heavier, we know that. So, is it worth taking the risk right now? I might go an extra lap. We'll see what the AI does. Piastri and Leclerc ahead. They're still going. Okay, I feel like I want to pit on this next lap because I do feel it a little bit.
Still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
For now.
Higher than we're expecting.
There we go. There we go.
Available on your MFD if you want it.
That's the one. No, it's not.
Okay, copy that. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Yeah, we're pitting on this lap till the end of the race. 15 laps on the Inters. Should be alright.
Okay, the forecast suggests this rain's going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes.
It's going to keep getting stronger, so...
Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
Well, I hope it stays that way, because that means we can get the jump on the AI. That's what I'm worried about, because they are considerably gaining time now, because it's interchangeable conditions, so that's always been an issue with the AI. But the car is definitely feeling a lot heavier, particularly around this corner.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
Yeah, I'm pitting now.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Hopefully they don't pit. Please don't pit. And they are still going. Good, good, good. Right, we're coming in. Alright, hopefully this is a risk that that pays off, because if it does pay off, we're winning the race. Or at least we're going to be in a much better position to win it.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. That was a fantastic stop. Faster than we were expecting.
Alright, and the rain's going to keep getting stronger, so we are going to go until the end.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track.
Yeah. Much easier turning. Feels like softs. Well, at least lower, obviously slower softs, but that's how much better it feels compared to the tyres that we were just on. Again, the rain is going to keep getting stronger, so I think we're on the right tyre. I think we pit at a good time. I think we're gaining time on the AI. Yeah, we are, definitely. They've still not pit, and we're absolutely gaining time, so We are on the right set of tyres.
Okay, conditions are going to keep deteriorating for 10 minutes at least. Dries definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Yeah, the rain's not getting strong enough though. I can see the track getting wetter though. It's definitely a lot darker than it was before. We've gained about 2 seconds on everybody at this point, so we are on the right tyre. But it's not bad enough for everybody else to change yet. But hopefully it gets bad enough to the point where everybody pits and we just overtake the entire grid.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop. Okay, mate, we're seeing a lot of tyre wear in the data. Please focus on looking after your tyres.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
At least another 10 minutes until this rain evens out. Stay alert out there.
Still no pitting. Crazy. And just think about all the time we would have lost had we stayed out. We could have probably stayed out another couple of laps there. On the mediums, but can't be helped now. Got Stroll in the Racing Bull. He's up first. He won't give us much of a fight. In fact, I don't even have to spend any ERS. We just got so much grip. Mayer is not doing well at all. Sad to see, man. Jackson's doing well though. I'm pretty sure they're like the same oval. I wish we could look, but they don't appear on the driver ratings thing.
Nice move, good job.
Bit of contact with Albon there.
Okay, mate, that still wasn't quite what we needed, I'm afraid, but look, let's move on. Get your head down and chin up and focus till the end of the race.
Could we keep up this tyre wear till the end of the race? Who knows? We are being rather aggressive with it, but, you know, we'll have to see. Maybe that's why they've not pit yet. Maybe they know the Inters aren't that good. I've been on for 5 laps. I think I'd be around 65-75% tyre wear. I think we'll be fine. I don't think we'll have a puncture or anything. But I have no idea why nobody's pit, because we are overtaking these cars like it's half the difficulty. And I'm at 104, by the way. So, like, this is a joke right now. I'll send like a really big dive bomb on Russell. Never mind. I was going to because I want to protect Sonoda. See if Yuki could get a point or something. Come on, Sonoda, make this easy for me. There we go. I tried to give Sonoda as much space as I possibly could. There they go.
You're running low on ERS. Reminder that you can play around with ERS modes in the MFD or lift sometimes and ease onto the brake pedal for some manual recharge. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.5 seconds.
Yeah, we should have stayed out longer. God damn it. Fuck, man. That would have been an easy win if we'd have just stayed out, maybe even till lap 8 when we were supposed to pit. We would have been absolutely fine.
Okay, Yuki is coming in for his stop now.
That would have been a win. Fuck, man. Well, it's not going to happen now. We are like 30% tyre wear compared to Leclerc's 0% right now. It's just not going to happen.
Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
There's a chance we could still maybe catch Piastri. Leclerc's definitely undercutting Piastri, that's for sure.
Just a reminder from me, temperatures are vital for tyre wear, so make sure you keep them in the green zone.
Yeah, Leclerc's faster than us. Nothing we can do. I think it's just going to be a P3. I did take the risk, but it doesn't seem to have helped.
By the stewards. DRS will be offline. Wait for further updates.
Oh, actually, we've gained one. Yeah, Leclerc picked the absolute perfect lap to pit. That is crazy. He's not getting caught, but we have gained P2, so that's good. 40% on the rear left. Let's see if we can keep things under control. Piastri is going to catch up. So, then, I don't know. I think we're just going to get P3 regardless. Although we can fight against Piastri, that's the big thing. It's not wet enough to cool down the tyres, so yeah. Usually you'd move to the other side of the track onto like the wet surface, but it just is not wet enough. Okay, let's focus on defending P2 against Piastri. Lee Behrman's out, okay. Look at Gasly in P4. Here comes Piastri. We have just about enough to keep it for now.
These conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining okay. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
Yeah, I kind of wish it was getting wetter.
Gap to your teammate behind, 26.7 seconds.
So if you think about it, if it was getting wetter, there's a good chance that AI would pit again for wets, or at least it would have been. But it's not happening now. Leclerc's got the win for sure. And we're going to have to defend against Piastri for the rest of the race if we want P2. Either way, it's a podium. So, it's good.
Okay, mate, your lap times are all over the place right now. We've got to have consistency. Come on, we can do better than this.
I think we're going to be fine for tyre wear. There's only 6 laps left, so yeah, we'll be fine. Should have pitted a lot later though. We would have gotten the win if we actually pit on our pit lap. On what would have been lap 8. Onto the inters. Absolutely would have been well ahead. Maybe, I don't know, because we were losing a lot of time to Piastri and Leclerc by the time we did pit, so maybe P2 was just the maximum of what we could have today.
It's still not a perfect situation, but I don't think we've got cause to move on to a different tyre yet.
It's definitely raining a lot heavier, but yeah, there's only a few laps left to go. This is actually good for me now because I can cool down the tyres.
The rain's getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for
It
the
is
track to
not
dry
getting
out.
lighter at all. It's gotten heavier. Yeah, we comfortably got P2. As long as we've got enough ERS down the back straight, we're fine.
It might be worth thinking about putting a set of full wets on. We've seen a few teams change over already.
Really? Oh my god, Gasly, no! He has completely bottled it. Norris has moved up into P4. What on earth are they doing? Oh my god, there's only a few laps left to go. And yet they're pitting onto wets. Absolute insanity. Actually, look at Yuki in P5. Oh wait, he's going to pit as well, I guarantee it. Please don't do it, Yuki. Stay out, Yuki. That's huge points for the team. Fingers crossed Yuki stays out. Because that's a big points haul. Can you imagine if Leclerc pits? That would be absolutely insane. What a gamble this would have turned out to be if that actually happens. I doubt it, but you never know. You know, they're not real people, it's the AI, so like, if they decide wets would be the better idea, they're gonna go for it. Well, we'll see what Yuki does. I don't think he's pit. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he pit. I think we're home free. Big points. Beautiful.
Yes, mate, we hit the target. Nice work.
Piastri's throwing one down the inside. We're fine though. Yeah, Norris with a big recovery drive. That's going to be a big points lead for McLaren by the time the field finally balances out, unfortunately. Well, I thought he was going to throw one down the inside, so I braked a little later. That's not good. Oh my god. Yeah, let me rewind. I didn't know Piastri was going to bump me there. Oof. Okay, really got to keep an eye on Piastri now because he's starting to use a lot more of his ERS. Okay, maybe we could start saving it a lot more. Make sure we got a bit more to spend. Unfortunately though, that doesn't matter because we're already on reduced harvesting. He brakes so late. Probably because he's got a lot more tyre than I do, but it's crazy.
Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
Alright, here we go. Been a really good race. Maybe we could have fought for P1 if we pit later, but who knows how much time we would have lost in those interchangeable conditions where the AI is at its most broken. I think this is the best possible result we could have gotten, to be quite honest. And it's even better because our teammate gets his first points at Aston Martin, and not only that, it's a strong result. P5 for Yuki. We have a lot of battery to spend, just to make sure we keep ahead of Piastri. Charles Leclerc takes the win for Ferrari. We're going to come home in P2. Very strong points haul for McLaren. A strong points haul for us as well, but mostly for McLaren, given they lead the constructors right now. They are still the team to beat.
Yes, yes, come on, we're on the podium.
Woo.
Good job.
We worked hard for that one.
That's a great drive, thank you.
Alright, there you go. Driver of the day once more. For the third race in a row since we got it in Australia and the sprint for China.
What a drive, what a victory. He wins.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end. And
yeah, no stopping Leclerc this weekend.
Brilliant stuff by them.
Dominant showing for the Monegasque here at Shanghai.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio.
There you go, strong weekend for Oscar Piastri as well. P1 in the sprint.
Leclerc, Charles Leclerc on top.
Yeah, Piastri got the win in the sprint, P2 in the full race. No highlights, real.
And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Yeah, that was a strong points haul for us. Unfortunately, Lando did just about enough to stay ahead, though. He's 1 point ahead of us, but Leclerc, a dominant 10 points ahead coming out of China. 10 points for Yuki Tsunoda. His first 10 points for the team, of course, in the Constructors. Ferrari lead. Just ahead of McLaren, and we're quite far behind, but we're pretty safe in the top three. These are the best three teams right now, it seems, so yeah, not too bad, not too shabby for us at all. I will take that any day. Strong result. And next up is Bahrain anyway, so that's always been a really good track for us, so I'm quite excited for that, but we're going to do that tomorrow. Guys, I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and watching this episode of F125 Career Mode. I will be back live in about 2 hours' time for Bloodborne, the second episode of Bloodborne, so I'm quite excited for that. We've got a secret meeting, though. Who is it gonna be? It is Williams. Well, I support Williams. They're my team, but we spent F124 as part of Williams, so I'm going to decline talks with Williams. I feel like I don't want to do the same thing twice, especially since F125 looks about the same as 24 as well, so and the Williams car doesn't look much difference anyway.
For me, the team are pleased that you've declined that meeting.
Yeah,
Gold star, brownie points, etc., etc. I guess we'll see if anything else more exciting comes calling, but let's focus on our current seat for now.
Well, I like that confirmation that we are getting secret meetings once again. Of course, we didn't last season because we signed a long-term contract with Aston Martin, which expires at the end of this season. So we are open to secret meetings. So who knows what will happen during the course of this season, but that was the first episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button as hard as you possibly can, and I will see you all next time for some more F1 25. Peace.